Well, good game day morning, everyone. So good to see you all. Is that the iDotters family over there? Hi. You can say hi. Well, on behalf of the Office of Marketing and Communications, welcome to Skull Session at St. John Arena. And all of you Buckeye fans watching the live stream today, if you're at home, at a tailgate, or even around the stadium somewhere, we would love to see where you are from. So if you would tweet a photo to @Tabiddle and use hashtag Skull Session, you may just see yourself on our next live stream. Our show today is quite exciting. It is called A Day at the Zoo, and there are some interesting things that happen on the field, so I encourage you to hang out at halftime and watch our show. Now, we know you want to take the band everywhere that you go, and you can do that with your Script Ohio license plate. So celebrate our students by visiting oplates.com, search specialty plates, and look up OSU Marching Band. Approximately $25 from each plate will go into a scholarship fund for the band. And I know you all are looking for something to do tomorrow in Mershon Auditorium. We will have our annual hometown concert at 3 p.m. General admission tickets are $18, and all children, students, senior citizens, OSU faculty, staff, students, and Alumni Association members are $15. Tickets can be purchased online, in person, or at the Wexner Center by calling 614-292-3535. Buckeye fans, do you want to take Ohio State pride with you? Well, new this year, the Office of Marketing and Communications is giving away an Ohio State flag. And one lucky fan, either here or watching the live stream, will win. To enter, text the word DEFEND, D-E-F-E-N-D, to 644-678. Once again, text the word DEFEND to 644-678. The number is also in the digital program if you need it. Official rules can be found at go.osu.edu/flag-giveaway. And our last Skull Session winner was Carrie W. from Falls Church, Virginia. So Carrie, if you're watching, thank you for entering the contest, and much more importantly, thank you for your support. Our next Skull Session visiting band will be Granville, Ohio, Granville High School Marching Band from Granville, so we look forward to seeing them. And speaking of high school bands, well, let's say hello to Sheridan, sitting here on the east side. Sheridan, good to see you all. Thank you for making the trip. And so we look forward to hearing them a little bit later. Well, the Office of Marketing and Communications has added interviews with special guests who have a significant connection to Ohio State. And it is my pleasure to welcome our next guest, Kee Graham, a cadet with the United States Army Reserve Officer Training Corps. Cadet Graham is a native of Fort Wayne, Indiana. He served in the Army for 7 years and is a junior here at Ohio State with plans to return for his master's degree. ROTC at Ohio State is in the top 10% of ROTC programs in the United States. So, Mr. Graham, what do you currently do in the ROTC program?
Well, currently I am a cadet here at the ROTC detachment at Ohio State University. It is a program where you go through 4 years of training to become a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force.
All right. Why did you choose ROTC, and what role has it played in your collegiate experience?
Well, my 7 years of experience in the United States Army shaped me to do things that I never thought I would do before. Over the summer, I decided that I wanted to take a step back, go back to college, get my degree, and eventually get my master's degree. I chose ROTC because I still want to serve. I still want to give a little bit to this country that I love so much. I want to continue my education because I think education is a very important thing to have in life. I want to become a pilot in the United States Air Force and continue to serve so that I can retire and live happy.
Retire. Something I'm eligible to do in 6 years, and I'm looking forward to it. So, you know, you've spoken about your next steps, and not too long ago, we did a show called Road to the Moon about space. Do tell me about your interest in space.
Well, while I was in the Army, I did a job called Space Operations with the 1st Space Brigade out of Fort Carson in Colorado. I love space. Anything that has to do with flying, traveling, beyond anything that is, on planet Earth. I truly love space, and I think, where we're going with commercial space and our space agencies in the government is something that's absolutely crazy.
All right. Well, we're going to close out with, do you have any advice for those wishing to pursue a career in the military?
Absolutely. If I could give one piece of advice, it would be do your research. Look into everything. Look into all branches. Look into all things that you can do, right? If you want to enlist, I would say go enlist. If you want to do ROTC, I would say go do ROTC. Find a local recruiter near you. Find an ROTC instructor near you. There's no commitment if you talk to somebody. Talking to somebody takes 5-10 minutes, or it could take an hour. It could be the best thing that you do for the rest of your life, or you could walk away and say, hey, this is not for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cadet Kee Graham. OH. 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 We'll see you shortly when the band gets here. Feet, Buckeye Nation, on your feet. The best damn band in the land has arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Buckeyes, the Ohio State University Marching Band. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Department of Athletics, the College of the Arts and Sciences, the School of Music, and the Cheers, welcome to St. John Arena and the Skull Session with the best damn band in the land. I am Wesley Clark, a native of Urbana, Ohio, and a former member of ATRO. And you know, speaking of ATRO, they got me some socks with my face on it. So, thank you all. I appreciate that. Got a new game day wardrobe. Much appreciated. So, our leadership team makes Skull Session a game day tradition since 1957 possible. So let's introduce our administration. From the College of the Arts and Sciences Administration, Dr. David Horn, Executive Dean, and Dr. Dana Renga, Dean of Arts and Humanities. From the School of Music, Dr. Michael Ibrahim, Director of the School of Music, Dr. Russell Mickelson, Director of Bands, and Dr. Scott Jones, who's currently on sabbatical, is our Associate Director of Bands. Our Music Arranger Emeritus, Richard Heine, Sergeant Major Ken McCoy, and John Tagenhorst. Our current arrangers, Dr. Scott Borma, John Brennan, Dr. Ishba Cox, Lisa Galvin, Andrew Markworth, Ted McDaniel, Mark Reynolds on percussion, Jim Swearingen, and Michael Klesch who arranged today's halftime show. Michael, are you here? If so, please stand up. Our adjunct staff, Karen and Ed Crockett and David Saunders are our photographers. Tim Crock and Kayla Errett serve as visiting band liaison. Hey, guys. And Ed Thompson is our recording engineer. Our drum majors, Clayton Callender from Dover, Ohio, is our head drum major. And Joshua Ford from Gahanna is our assistant drum major. Mary Machuga from Columbus is our business operations manager. And Caitlin Jazzercise Bowman from Hilliard is our administrative coordinator. She teaches jazzercise. Connor Barr from Gahanna is our communications manager. LaShonda Coleman from Canton, Ohio serves as our compliance and life skills coordinator. Ah, yes, in my crosshairs, Dr. Matt Broccolione from New Baltimore, Michigan is our medical coordinator. He loves it, he really does. Now, our directing staff, our graduate assistant directors, in her final year from Ames, Iowa, Sarah Baker. In his second year, but he's not with us today, Mr. William Fiacchi. In his second year with us from Syracuse, New York, Sean Davern. In his first year with us from Kent, Ohio, Paul Bissler. Our full-time directors, Mark Reynolds, my doppelganger from Grove City, as our percussion instructor. Josh Reynolds from Utica, Ohio, is our assistant director of marching and athletic bands. Phil Day from Milford is our associate director of marching and athletic bands. And a native of Westerville, Ohio, who is not my doppelganger, but leads this fine organization, Dr. Christopher Hoke, director of marching and athletic bands at The Ohio State University. Well, do we have anyone representing the Boilermakers in the arena today? Any Boilermaker fans? Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. You know, Monday is Veterans Day, and true story, I live just outside of Washington, D.C., and on my way to work every morning, I pass by the Pentagon. And the Pentagon symbolizes the power of this great nation. My metro takes me by Arlington National Cemetery, where I am faced with the sacrifices that veterans have made to keep this great nation going. On December 13th, 1636, yes, I said 1636, the very first component of the U.S. Armed Forces, the National Guard, was born. And so we all are the beneficiaries of your bravery, your service, and your sacrifice. We encourage all veterans to stand and be honored as we play the Navy Hymn. We thank you so very much for your service. Are you guys here for the I-Daughters? Ooh, let's join Kelro and show everybody what to do. The sound of excellence, ladies and gentlemen, the best damn band in the land. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our traditional pregame, and our I-Daughter today is Max Cogswell from Marietta, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the Buckeyes, the Ohio State University Marching Band. This is the Buckeye Battle Cry. Let them hear you over there in West Lafayette. The tradition began 88 years ago, and we know it as the signature of college football. Today, Max Cogswell from Marietta, Ohio, holds the pen and carries on the most memorable tradition in college band history, the incomparable Script, Ohio. Another round of applause for Max Cogswell from Marietta, Ohio, our daughter today. Under the baton of Dr. Russell Mickelson, Director of Bands at Ohio State, please rise and sing as the sound of the campus chimes introduces the Ohio State University alma mater, Carmen, Ohio. Welcome, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
G. Scott Jr., tight end, number 88. First and foremost, I just want to give all the glory and praise to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Next up, let's give it up for the best band in the land. Now let's give it up for the best fans in the land. Guys, the message has been simple all week, is that it's about us. It doesn't matter who rolls in on the other side of the field. As a result of today, I can't tell you guys and promise you guys an exact score, but I can promise you one thing. You're getting ready to witness the most fastest, violent, and most dominant team in college football. Go Bugs.
watching Ohio State football, you get to listen to the best damn band in the land. You get to listen to a current football player who just did with G. Scott. And you also get to listen to an assistant coach. Today you'll hear from our tight ends coach, Keenan Bailey.
OH! No, guys, that might have been good enough for August or September. It's November in Columbus, Ohio. OH! That's more like it. Guys, the challenge all week has been simple. To be your very best in November when it matters most. This team behind me is gonna be the most violent, fastest, most physical team in November in college football. But guys, we can't do it alone. How about you guys, the band? Your challenge is simple. Be the best damn band in all the land in November. And that starts today too. But how about you guys? What's the challenge for Buckeye Nation? It's simple. Why don't we make the shoe the hardest place to play in college football in November? So don't wait till third down to stand up. Don't wait till the first touchdown to get loud. From the first snap today against Purdue until the end of the month, until the last snap against that team up north, we need to feel you in November. Go Bucks!
Like Coach said, we want to be playing our best in November. We want to be undefeated in November. We want to be undefeated at home. And we got to be different. But you know what? Being a Buckeye is different. Being a Buckeye is different. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're a band member, if you're a fan. Doesn't matter if you live in the state of Ohio or across the country. Being a Buckeye is different. This team right here is different. And they understand what it means to be a Buckeye. They example what it means to be a Buckeye. They have pride. They have loyalty. They have toughness. They have work ethic. They have resilience. They have perseverance. And they have pride. Let's keep this thing going. Fight on three. 1, 2, 3.
Conducted by Dr. Michael Ibrahim, a native of Canada, who is an internationally recognized saxophonist in his third year as director of the School of Music at Ohio State, to honor America. Please rise and join the band in the singing of our national anthem. We are indeed the home of the brave. We look forward to seeing you inside. OH! OH! OH!